Hello everybody and welcome back to the park. Now, okay, let's see what's the next horrible ride has to offer.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Mhm.
Come out, sweetie.
Another accident. Employee name Francis. Why don't you search such difficult name to pronounce? Time 25 October. Job title neighbors working on the crane. Superior lead person Richard Stapleton. Witness Lourdes Greed Michael Ainsworth. Brief description of the accident or incident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load of the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Francis was killed. Did the NG employees see a doctor? Yes. If yes, did you file an employer's position of a workers' compensation form? Yes. Supervisor's comment. Dexter, the truck driver, claimed to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. What would have been done to prevent this incident? Double checking of the straps of a transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for all drivers. Have the unsafe conditions been corrected? No. Hmm. I'm done. Goodbye, son. Enjoy the clown spirits. I'm.
Mommy is coming, kill him. It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
She definitely has anger issues. She might have killed her son here.
Alan, where did you go?
conditionally delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals and they believe a lot of rumors about that old man in Tennyson used to be here. They grew up on these tables. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I choose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thoughts of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about the local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that old man Henderson had some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the pieces of the plans that I am missing. He knew this place was cursed. He didn't just think it was a joke or a rumor. Or was that sarcasm? I have no idea. Oh, I could just have, yeah, never mind. This is gonna end badly.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
But you have a son. You can live on in his son at least. There's something worthwhile, something that will continue going. His son. I kind of expected that. It wasn't so bad as I expected. I have to say, for a game, any game that was beautiful, running at a constant 60 frames per second is impressive. I have to say. I have so far only one place where the frame drops. Otherwise, it's constant 60 frames per second. not the right way to go.
Stay where you are!
Maybe because she can't see and loved that man so much. She can't stand the sun because it's always a reminder of what she lost. That still doesn't explain the mystery about the island. Yeah.
Where are you? A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them, little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Or fucked up. Another way to say that.
I always wanted to write this one. Never got around to do it before.
We need to talk about Callum. That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for. The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the part is just so hungry. The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid. Fool. You always were.
It's someone I've always known. I think I'm in a mental hospital and I killed my own son. That's my hypothesis for the game so far. works. The calculation and adjustments worked. The transport and storage mechanics seems to be flawless. What a wonderful day. If only these people knew what they were fueling. And so, what if a few people leave the park at the end of the day feeling sour probably. So what if the children are more scared than excited on a roller coaster? This could be a doorway to immortality, and such doorways open only to those who have the will to find the key. So far, it's interesting, but it's completely two different stories. You and your child, and you have your own mysteries, and then the parks.
The witch awaits. Callan has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. He doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. Doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. They are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why. The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
What kind of corpse leaves sour tasting? Parker's mouth. Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy, who noticed a pair of ravens tagging at something, just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of the Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It is true. Tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that has designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff at Atlantic Island Park offers their condolences to the family and the friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. Solomon Chronicles will provide daily updates on the story going forward.
I can help you, Callan.
Now you can, you're probably the cause of his pain. That's weird.
This isn't a game, Callum. I'm not playing anymore, Callum. Did this to him.
I want to see his face now. Oh, hi there. Okay, that don't got me. for some fucking loony bin. He's probably like a doctor in a suit. I found the teddy bears.
Don't touch me.
That's creepy. Future time. Panic button is the signature of your personal creator. I believe her name was Mama. Every 17th child is a magnet for sinfulness, made unsent by broken fires in a coastal strife. We don't believe that the earth belongs to battered coats and shamrock afterbirth. Only the true naked range for the righteousness. Intentions are served by war across the cleavages in trust. Still not good enough reason to use the word cleavages. Trust, I have no idea what that word is. Landfall. I hate the font these guys will uses. Bahamut will come to the island. Oh, Bahamut, he's basically the Satan. Bearing the talisman, and he will shatter and seals that bind the authority of corruption. Only then will priests shoot, sluts reveal, housewives pontificate, and delayed messiahs make a heralds for the rescue of Tango and Cash. I have no idea what these things are talking about. Sweet, the temptress who grabbed the shaft, twist and shaft, subcoring the third age tire into fourth age darkness, while gods lie writhing in the shattered face of the earth. Gale has sweetness and grace, but her days are numbered, and heavy-fisted hives breaks frozen wills and assassination in pencil and paper pornography. This all-seeing eye will provide the decade-long updates on the story going forward. This is something of every religion and like what do you call it? The all-seeing eye is the Illuminati. It has Christianity in it. It has Bahamut, I think. I can't remember from where that is. Let's go, should go play soccer.
Enough. The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. What secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
I wonder if she's like really possessed by something, or it's all just in her mind. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. A jeering family of downfall gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools scared of what they don't understand. My machine lies silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and my son back to Boston, and I have restrained here to the House of Horrors. I must think. So after all the accidents, they closed the park down.
Who was that?
To Caleb, her son. I just had to skip for myself. Fuck! That looks like a behemoth. You're gonna do something. Okay. I think I missed that one. You're a werewolf. Go fuck yourself, Mama. I just want to see what's back here.
me!
That's kind of a jump scare you are watching.
Where is my boy?
Incidents, and I cannot dismiss them as random chances. The park works, but sometimes it's infuriating with this intended function. It's as though the very air in a space is corrupting the power even as I collect it. A few casualties here and there are acceptable, but when employees go on stabbing rampage, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue is the kind investigating this place too closely. It's a shame about Steve. I rather like him. No jump scare. What? Roar. This is very important. A circus burned to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by enraged mob of townsfolk, just as he shouts out a curse. Now Raven, a dark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk and searches for the missing mother. Let the show begin. Oh, I still believe I'm in a loony bin.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum and did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Right, I thought your husband died. On April 16, 1846, a group of covered wagon began their 2,500-mile journey to California. Just 8 months later, they found themselves stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains, with very little to bite or soup. It has become one of the greatest strategies of westward migration that the world had ever seen. Now our panel of donor experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive terrible winter. In this never before seen exposed read about how the Donner children were forced to eat their brother and sisters in order to survive. All here in this page is a shocking true story. Disconnected notice. After multiple attempts to collect payment, we regret to inform you that your service has been disconnected or will be disconnected shortly. Please do the following. Make the payment listed in your last bill. Contact us and we can arrange a payment plan so that you can immediately be reconnected. 2. If you believe that this is an error, call us on to discuss your options. If you are unable to make payment, please contact your local welfare office to discuss a payment for you and your loved ones. Winter in Maine is cold and brutal. Don't face it without electricity. So soon after we became bankrupt, wolfing. A sudden flare struck the earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. And an exotic danger named Chance O'Hara is key to saving the world. Oh yeah, isn't that me? My name. But this is your house after electricity has been cut. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, tomatoes, apples, fish sticks, remember. Drop off carrot, electricity bill, fix faculty. I don't know what's that. Well, fix faulty tap over there.
Who was that?
Hey, I think I'm gonna leave the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna lie from saying I'm not a little bit curious on what's going on. I thought so far is that she's still in the mental hospital. She actually never left. She just thought she did, or she did left and went crazy and killed her own son. Either way, she's loony. Yeah, tell me what you guys think. What do you think it's about? I'm curious to know. Anyway, this is Captain Obvious, signing out.